A credit card is a very powerful tool. You could win or you could lose with this tool. And the way you lose is when you don't have a plan. And the way you win is when you have a strategy or a plan to win. Just like any coach coaching the game, if you have the best strategy, you're gonna win. Just like any war, if you got a plan and you got a strategy, more than likely you're gonna win the war. In this video, I'm going to talk about strategies you could use to win, because this is all a game, the credit game. And if you don't have a strategy, you're gonna catch an L. Let's talk about it. Welcome to Level Up Finance, where we talk about money, mindset on the road to get millions. Now, boom, with any strategy, you got to start with the basics, the fundamentals, right? So with fundamentals, to me, you start off by setting up your billing dates, right? Your due dates. You have one the 1st, the 10th, the 20th. All right, you start off doing that. Now that's basically separating your due dates in thirds. And after your due dates, about 3 days after that is your statement date. Just know that statement date is very important, because after your statement date, whatever's on your credit card, that's what get reported to the credit agencies, the credit bureaus, all right? You want your billing dates spread out, because you don't want all your billing dates together, because it could be kind of confusing if you got like 3 credit cards due the 13th. Especially if you use all your credit cards at the same time. I mean, I usually use one every month, and that's it really. But if you use all of your credit cards at the same time and all of those bills are due at the same time and you have no money really for all of them, that could be a big problem. Another reason you want your billing dates spread out, if you're anything like me, you like to leave a zero balance on your credit cards. So it's hard to do if you keep using that credit card past the statement date, then you're always going to have a balance on it. So the easier way to do it, if you got credit card 1 that's due the 1st, you use it till the 1st, you stop using it, and you use a filler credit card in between that time till after the statement date. Then you could go back to credit card 1 if you want to. Another thing you should do is determine what card is more important to you. Usually the cards that's most important is the ones that give the most points when it comes to categories and stuff like that. So, depending on, what works out for you, you can use a card for your everyday, for gas, for groceries, for buying clothes, for going to restaurants. And you can use another card just for a filler in between, the due date and the statement date, and have another credit card as your monthly payments for your utilities, like your light bills, your cable, your insurance, your Netflix bill. Or you could just rotate your cards. It all depends. You just need a plan and a strategy, and then stick with it. And then last but not least, don't live beyond your means. Don't get in credit card debt, because if you get in crazy credit card debt, you won't even be able to use your credit cards. If you have 99.99% utilization, it's a wrap. I lived without a credit card for almost 4 years because I messed up. Now this strategy is a more advanced strategy, right? You would need, credit unions, because the big banks usually don't even offer balance transfer for a lot of their cards. And if they do, it's always a fee. And this strategy, no fee, no interest, all right? So you need, credit unions, preferably Navy Federal, DCU, and First Tech, because all their credit cards have a zero fee for balance transfer. So you all set, every single last one of their credit cards. So to do this, you need at least 2 credit cards, preferably 3. Like I said, all credit unions, preferably DCU, First Tech, and Navy Federal, because all of these credit cards have zero balance transfer fee, and you need this. Now say you got 3 credit cards, 2 of them have a balance. You got a Navy Federal that's due the 1st of the month, say it got a $6,000 balance. You got a DCU credit card that's due the 10th of the month, it got a $1,000 balance. And you got a 3rd credit card, a First Tech, with a 0 balance, and all of them got a $10,000 limit. You could have the First Tech credit card do a balance transfer on the Navy Federal credit card at least 10 days before the due date. So once the statement date hits, it's going to report to the credit bureau as zero. So you do a balance transfer, take the $6,000 off of the Navy Federal, and at the same time, you could just do the DCU too. So when the DCU is due the 10th, it have a zero balance also on the 13th when it reports to the credit bureaus or whatever. And then right after the the statement date for the Navy Federal, you could do a balance transfer and take the First Tech balance and put it on the Navy Federal, and then after the First Tech statement date and hits the credit bureaus, the First Tech could go back and take the Navy Federal balance and put it back on there, and then the DCU could go ahead and take the First Tech balance. It could just be a whole game. You got to coordinate it well or whatever. From what I see, it takes 3 to 5 days for the balance transfer to go. Navy Federal said it could take up to 2 weeks or whatever, but from all the stuff that I've seen, and I actually did a balance transfer before, not with Navy Federal, but it only took 3 to 5 business days. And with doing this strategy, you pay no interest, you pay no fees at all, no balance transfer fees. So this is just another way to do something different with your credit card, all right? So if you learned something, give me one of these. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I'll talk to you on the next one, all right? Level up.